Shalom, where the real Hebrew Israelites coming in week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of this current kingdom. I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone that have ruled well, and to the brothers that's preaching His word with truth and sincerity and charity, who are risking their lives to do so, and to the very few sisters that's listening, learning, and watching. Amen. This is truly a never forget, man. Alright? Don't forget this happened. And that you got to understand who your enemy is. And it's a scripture that says, never trust your enemy. So, check this out. This is the Atlantic slave trade. It says the Atlantic slave trade, transatlantic slave trade, or Euro-American slave trade involved the transportation by slave traders of various enslaved African people, which was actually Israelite people, all right, mainly to the Americas. The slave trade regularly used the triangular trade route, and its middle passage existed from the 16th to the 19th centuries, all right. And just for the record, we're still in slavery, all right. The emancipation, if you look at the word emancipate, the etymology of it is transferring from one slave master to another. All right. It was just a business transaction, you know, different management, you know. So let's go into it, because the Bible is all about talking about Israel, right? Which that's who we are. We're Israelites by blood, not a religion. Anyway, Joel 3:3. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for a harlot. Alright? So Esau, sold us, just to make whores out of the men or the boys of Israel, man. To have sex with them, man. Like, they had a thing called buck breaking. All right, let's see. If I recall, that's what it was. Buck. Afterwards, the slave owners would cut or rip a hole in the pants of the male slaves who were slept with to let other homosexual owners know that their slave had been broken in. You see? Alright? This was a process known as buck breaking, because gay slave owners knew that this would make slaves less of a man among other slaves. See what I mean? And this was written thousands of years ago, man. Alright? And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? Alright? Like, Ishmael and Africans, man, so-called, the Hamites, Canaanites, have nothing to do with us. And all the coast of Palestine, will ye render me a recompense? So would you pay Yahweh Shai back? And if ye recompense me, if you did pay him back, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head. He'll send it right back on you. No, you gotta pay in blood, man. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians. Alright? And that's what Ishmael and so-called Arabs and Ham did. So-called Africans, man. They sold us to Esau, so-called Caucasians. It says that ye might remove them far from their border. It's only one nation of people that's got moved far from their border, man. And don't forget that the so-called Native Americans in Um, Salakia. All right. Don't forget, not just so-called Negroes, but the so-called Latinos and Native Americans also went to slavery too, man. Don't forget that. They like to sweep down under the rug, man. All right. Behold, I will raise them. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. Hey, vengeance is Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. He gonna come and save us. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabeans, to a people far off, for Yahweh has spoken it. Alright? So that's gonna happen to y'all, man, the Esau Edomites, man. The so-called Caucasians. Because you reap what you sow, man. And you haven't paid for what you done to us. You don't get a pass. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. There ain't no apology in the world that's going to work. Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. In Revelation, I think 11 and 8 lets you know that this is spiritual Egypt, and Sodom and Egypt, man. And in Deuteronomy, trying to think where it's at, but basically Egypt means house of bondage, man. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, slave men, and bondwoman, slave woman, and no man shall buy you. Right, no person's going to redeem you out of this situation, man. All right, because we messed up. According to Deuteronomy 28 and 15, man, because we wasn't following laws, statutes, and commandments like we were supposed to. Jeremiah 17:4, and thou and you, even thyself, even yourself, shall discontinue, which discontinue means stop, from thy inheritance that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Which means for a very long time, man. Alright? And the place that we didn't know was over here, the Americas. Alright? We didn't know about this place. Point blank period. So, hey, hopefully this is edifying. It's just a reminder, man. Hey, we are those people. We are those people. Who else could it be? And then Deuteronomy 28:15 all the way through 68 lets you know all the curses we're under right now. We're under curses right now. We're cursed. Alright? But it's gonna change over and switch over to these other nations, man. And slowly but surely, it's turning over, man. It's over, man. This place is over. So with that, hopefully this is edifying. Until next time, Shalom and a Baba Ball.